And this is the lunchroom,
Lunchroom.
Where the food might be mid.
but the combos are elite.
Let's dig in. We got the intro down this time.
Well, I got it down, and honestly, improv, kinda.
That's how we do best.
No rehearsals. Because
All
we're
right,
good like that.
I'm ready to
Welcome
rip.
to the lunchroom.
Oh.
Dive deep into the lore with three wise minds and so much more. PE, the mind and the power of the pen. Get ready to press play, let the stories begin. Mr. Genos.
Love that song. All right, guys. Welcome to the lunchroom. Today we have a special Stranger Things edition of Lunchroom Lore. We've watched, well, almost all of season 5. We're all caught up, except I have not seen the last episode of season 5. There are going to be spoilers probably in this episode, so if you haven't watched it and you're going to watch it, letting you know now. Caution, there's probably going to be spoilers. Joshua, I want to hear just your initial thoughts on season 5 without spoiling the last episode for me.
There's only one issue, and it's really that there's only one thing that I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with, and it's just like real quick here. I really do like Stranger Things, but I do want to put it out there that for our middle schoolers, Stranger Things, please watch it with your parents if you are going to watch it, and make sure that your parents allow you to watch it, only because it is a little more adult. They do use some more adult language, and there also is more and more violence that happens in the show as it goes along, and some of that gore has become a little bit more intense. I'm so sorry, Mr. G, for spoiling that, but there is a little bit of intense gore that really does kind of come about in Season 5. It did come about in Season 4 as well, so middle schoolers, if you are watching, please just make sure that your parents are okay with you watching this show, and that you do watch it with them, as some of that stuff does get a little bit intense. All that out of the way, just one... What?
But go ahead.
Oh, all that out of the way, just wanted to say that Stranger Things Season 5 was so much fun. I had a blast watching it, and a lot of it due to things that Mr. G, you've already even seen bits and pieces of it, of the things that I thought were really, really cool. Just kidding. I don't think you have seen the things that I thought were really, really cool, but they're not really huge spoilers in any sort of way, because there is a Stranger Things musical that is currently out on Broadway. Not musical, sorry, stage play that is currently out on Broadway, and it is a prequel to Stranger Things. It's deep into the story of Vecna, and so you get the backstory, the history of Vecna, and you feel bad for him throughout this play. And so that is actually referenced quite a bit in season 5. And it's super cool to see a stage play get that recognition, and to see it just being included as canon to the story. So I loved it for that. And also they do some very interesting narrative choices in the last episode. And so I'm very excited for you to see that. And I'm really excited to kind of talk a little bit about the stage play, hopefully, if there's time. So I enjoyed it.
Of course, it's a stage play. Of course.
Yeah.
Mr. Lecaros, what about you? Initial thoughts?
I will say, so as maybe some of our viewers can tell, I'm not the best when it comes to paying attention in shows like this. So, but I will say, it did have me, I was invested in this. I'm sure there's probably very minute details that I may have missed along the way. And I guess without spoiling too much, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to figure out in terms of what the next step is. Going through all 4 of these episodes, it almost seems like that could have really just been season alone, which thankfully they're not going to make us wait another year. But there was literally so much going on. I had a lot of fun watching it. So I'm excited for you, Mr. G, to see what happens next. I don't even want to tell you my initial reaction to it, because I want you to live in that moment and just see. So I know on Christmas when it comes out for the rest of it, I will be spending my day watching that. So it's got me in a chokehold.
Yeah, so I love it. Now, again, I have not seen the last, so what is it, the 4th episode? I've seen the first 3 of the newest season. Taking my good old time with it because I'm tired of waiting for this show. That's my biggest issue with it is that you have to wait. Like the kids are in their 20s. They started the show, and I think they were 11. So,
Ah.
but I don't know what that was. But what I will say is that I thought the first 3 episodes were kind of slow. Not in a bad way necessarily, and I think it kind of needed to be slow because it's kind of like, I mean, it's been forever. You kind of got to get your bearings a little bit. Like, okay, where did we exactly leave off? What's Vecna up to? And I think it does a good job of kind of like slow playing back into it instead of just being like, boom, we're right where we left off. Like, I think it does a good job of like, okay, the military is getting involved now. It's kind of now like the world's on notice of what's going on in Hawkins. But now the military is kind of like everyone's got a curfew. They have to deal with that. How I love how they kind of show, like Eleven's just grown now. You know what I mean? Like she's grown, she's training. Hopper, like I love how they have. This is like the first season where you feel like they have a grasp of what's going on and they're in control a little bit. Like they have a plan, they're set, they're organized, everyone knows their role, everything. Like, obviously it's going to take a lot to beat Vecna because he's a super alien. But they now have this understanding of kind of what's going on. The only thing they don't understand yet is what's going on with Will, which I can't wait to kind of, till that comes full circle because I'm excited that they added that part into it. But, like, I mean, I think the coolest scene, and you guys can tell me yours, but I think so far...
No, we can't. We cannot.
Yeah, that's fair. but, like, the scene where they set the trap for the Demogorgon, I think is so sick. Like,
Okay.
What, you...
Now,
before
is
you-
it because... Now, do you think that scene is so sick because you're being slightly manipulated by the holiday season? And what movie do you probably watch during the holiday season that has that exact same formula?
Home Alone.
Home Alone. They just Home Alone. It is like, we just Home Alone to Demogorgon. Like...
Sure, but I also think it's a little more advanced than the Home Alone. Like they because in Home Alone the kids just like set all these stupid booby traps that the idiot robbers like they're just dumb. In this, they know, like I like how it showed that they know exactly what the Demogorgon, like what hurts the Demogorgon. They know exactly how to get it. And that's been shown through 4 seasons of work. They now are like, okay, we know exactly how it moves. We know exactly how to track it through the lights. We know exactly when it's going to show up. We know that the spikes will hurt it, harm it. And we know that the fire is really what's going to, like they know the barbed wire is something that will like rip its skin and can get through it. And they know that the fire is what's going to like literally send it back and have it flee. And so now, yes, it's a show. So how quick they put that all together was a little,
Home Alone.
probably not going to happen. But that being said, and the whole like kidnapping of the family was insane. Sending Erica, who's a high school student, I think she's in high school, maybe middle school, to go in there and drug a pie and knock the parents
Eat
out. A little
Your
insane.
darn pie.
Right.
It's such
But-
an amazing scene.
That whole scene is so cool because
So
it's like
sick.
they are not scared of the Demogorgon anymore. And they literally beat the crap out of it. Like, it was like not a chance. And on top of that, like, I would like to say they make Mike like a beast in this season. Like, I think Mike was just like a whatever character.
Ugh.
Until this season, he's smarter, he's cooler. I think he's more of a complete character. I will say Dustin disappoints me a little bit. I think Dustin's a little annoying this season.
I don't like
Very.
the route that they took. I don't like the
I don't
route
either.
that they took.
I don't.
It wasn't. Well, so here's what I'm gonna say is that I know that they're moving really slow. I don't like this route. I don't like when characters take this route, and I don't. I mean, let's be real. We all loved Eddie, but like, it wasn't like if Mike had gone in the same way that Eddie did, I would feel like that would have been more of an earned natural state for Dustin to be in. Eddie, I get it. Like you liked him, you idolized him, but you only really had him for like a couple months, if that. Like it's just it wasn't enough time for me to feel like it was earned, you know. But I will say Mike has never really been a character that I've enjoyed, and I still can't really say that I enjoy him a whole lot.
Yeah, like I never really felt a certain way about him. I think this season, like he comes up with that plan, and it's everyone's like impressed by it. Also, when he's just nailing the Demogorgon with like the shovel, like I don't know, he seems like he's kind of like he was always supposed to be kind of one of the main characters, right? It's kind of 11.
Yeah.
Like Mike and 11 seem to be the story, but he never really seemed like a main character. He never had the main character energy until this season, I think.
You know what? Actually, I do want to rewind. I think that in the last episode, I really did like Mike's role in the last episode.
Okay.
That you haven't seen, yeah.
And one thing I want to add too is that because you kind of mentioned that people are kind of like more set in their way, like they kind of know, and then I do like the time jump that they had, where, because I remember the end of season 4, it's like the whole world just like split in half, and then at first I was kind of like, well, how do you like jump into that and then kind of explain like how the whole cast is about to get like 50 years older, but then all of a sudden they had like I thought it was really cool where they had like the whole radio station with Robin, and she's like doing things through the code, and then like people are like sliding down the whole military blocked off area, and it's just completely normal. So, and then as you can see, like when they're doing like the training scenes with Elle, like clearly like, and the crawls, like they've been doing this for a minute, like they've had a lot of training. So now when Mike has those moments, like he's more prepared than he's ever been before, and it also kind of adds to like this weird dystopian world that I'm a sucker for those kinds of things. So just to see like everybody acting like things are like that meme of the dog sitting in a house that says like this is fine. That's exactly what that whole season is. So that's something that I really like just from that perspective so far.
Okay.
So, Mr. G, can you refresh my memory here? What do you know about Vecna and his plan?
I know he's going as Mr. What's-It, and I know he's targeting kids. I mean, I know he tried, like, his initial plan with Will was to kind of, I don't know, give him, I don't know if it's give him powers or what, but he had this plan for Will, and he kind of, in the beginning of episode 1 was like, we're gonna do big things together. Obviously, that didn't work out. So I don't know if he's trying to make an army. So here's where my thought process is. So it's actually kind of fun that you guys know what happens and I don't. So I can kind of just spit my thoughts, what I think. Either he's making an army from these kids. Now, I know the military is kind of on to it somewhat because at the end of the last episode, they were like picking up kids, and it seemed like maybe they're using them as bait but they think it's 11, which is absurd, but whatever. They think it's 11, so I guess they're using these kids as bait for 11 because they're still trying to capture 11. It's super predictable, obviously, of who's behind that lab door that 11 was trying to break into, and I mean, don't tell me. You don't have to tell me if I'm right, but I'm pretty sure I am. I'm gonna guess it's like number 8 or whatever. That lost. They're gonna go all the way back to that lost sister episode from season 2. That awful episode, by the way.
Wait, which one was this?
This was like when she runs away from Hopper. She runs away, breaks loose, finds that gang of vigilantes, and
and they have the powers too, right?
Yeah, well, the one does, and she was like number 8 or something. It was like her sister. She was in the rainbow room with her. literally the most skippable episode ever because they never do anything with it. And I remember I've talked to my basketball team about this. They're all big Stranger Things fans. And I'm like, I've told them, like, they never did anything with that. It'd be like, I literally said, like, I could see them just randomly bringing her back because everyone always complains about that episode because why have it? And then when she says, oh, I can feel, like, the energy behind the door, like they have Vecna. It's obviously they don't have Vecna locked up. It's got to be her sister, which I don't think is going to be super, like, I don't know. If you were shocked by that, great. But, like, again, she's such a forgettable character. That episode was so bad. But they already hinted back at her later on. But
Really?
that's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be cool to see. I mean, they need all the firepower they can get, obviously. Vecna seems like he's kind of like Thanos level at this point.
He's on one.
Yeah. So, but that's what I think on that. But I don't even know if I just answered your question or not.
I don't remember what my question was because you started talking about something, and then I kept thinking about the stage play and
Yeah.
just how insane they are. What,
you kind of asked me what, like, I know of Vecna's plan. So that's kind of all I know.
I don't want to ask you about, but I don't want to. I don't want to mess with something for you, and it's not a spoiler for the next episode at all. I have nothing for spoilers in my terms of questions. I'm afraid that if I start asking questions, I'm going to spoil something that they plan to do later, like in the next batch of episodes or the finale.
Well, I mean, I have questions that are kind of fun and non-spoilers if you want to go that route.
Okay.
Kind of just how you
Let's
feel
go.
about the show. Okay, and we can go
do
rapid
it.
fire too. We don't have to go. So my first one is if Vecna had you in his trance, like you're literally about to die, and your friends are like, "Oh my gosh, like we gotta get music." Like, what's the song that would bring you out of that trance? Like what? Like, you know how it's running up that hill for Max.
Yes.
What would be your
Yes.
song? That
Okay. I love this question. I do have a clarifying question
yes.
as well. So, naturally, what are the parameters? Because running up that hill is definitely inspirational. It's definitely, like, because I'm not gonna do like, "Low" by, oh gosh,
By Flo, was that
Florida, yeah.
okay?
Like, I'm not gonna do Apple Bottom G, but it's like I love that song, but that's not gonna pull me out of Vecna's trance, right?
I mean, it could. I think the parameters are literally
Whoa.
your favorite song.
Whoa!
I
But see,
think
that's not. But see, that doesn't make that doesn't seem like that would work necessarily because, if we look at because you just recently watched season 4, right?
Yeah.
And like naturally, it wasn't just the song. Like the song definitely opened the portal, but then she could see that there was hope beyond that. But I feel like would like any song open the portal? Like if I was just bumping
Well,
Nokia
remember,
by Drake,
if you,
would that open the portal? Or would it be a song that gives you hope?
It could for me. Nokia gives me all the hope I need, honestly. I think because if you also remember in season 4, they
Influenced by. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Well, they visit that guy in jail. How they figure out that music works? They visited Henry's
dad, right?
They visit his dad.
Henry's dad, Victor. Yeah.
Yes, and they find out through him, like he's like, I heard some beautiful, like, so it's something that would stimulate your brain enough, and it would give you like a feeling of almost euphoria. A song, I would say a song that just, and I've seen memes on TikTok, so you could go a funny route here. I would literally say a song that literally makes you feel a certain type of way every time you listen to it. That like, you make sure, if you want to go the motivational route, sure. I don't know if that would work for me. I think a song that's going to get me pumped and moving or locked in is what's going to help me. What, Mr. Lecaros?
So I was ready to answer your question after Mr. Harris's, few clarifying questions. 'Cause I already knew my answer from the jump, and I don't care if he doesn't like it. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Well, but
It's
wait.
No Guidance, Drake. That is gonna get me every single time. I don't care.
So like, right,
No,
right.
Guidance?
But here's the problem.
Yes.
Here's the problem though. In order to be under Vecna's spell, you have to have lost hope, right? Completely lost hope.
Yep.
And so you're telling me that after you've completely lost hope, then Vecna has like now sunk in his teeth into you and convinced you that there's no more hope. The thing that is going to pull you out of that and give you hope is No Guidance by Drake.
Yeah.
That's going to pull you out of the depression and give you hope?
Hey, he's gonna be seducing Vecna.
What?
That song's a banger.
Guidance. It's a banger, sure.
Let me just say this: every single year on my top songs on Spotify Rap, it is always there. It is timeless. And once again, you said this could be the funny route. It could be whatever it means to you.
Dude, I love that. This is why I asked the question. I get what Josh was saying, but again,
Because in order to be under Vecna's spell, you have to have lost hope.
You asked me
the
thing
thing that is going to give you hope is No Guidance?
Joshua, who said it needs to give you hope? You asked
Because
me
that's the...
You asked me for the parameters of my question. I said it just really needs to be your favorite song, something that's going to stimulate your brain. It doesn't have to. If giving you hope is going to help you personally, then pick a song that gives you hope, Mr. Harris.
And maybe I'm just trying to vibe, so No Guidance.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Lecaros, obviously, that's a song that means something to him. So it's going to talk to him, and it's going to help him and his mind get out of there. It's going to help him focus. It's really just something that helps you focus.
It was
For
my
me,
ringtone for a while.
Right. I knew you were going to go Drake. I did not know you were going to go No Guidance. What I would say for me, I got a couple things I think would work. I think Clarity would work. I think
That
that
makes so much sense. Now,
I think oh, you're my remedy. Like I think literally I would be like, oh my,
Yes.
I think it would bring me from the dead. Literally bring me from the dead. Like I was like levitate, like I'm levitating like Max was, but like literally I'm just getting superpowers in Vecna's world, and Vecna's terrified of what. I would say that's one. I think Levitating featuring the baby. The baby's got to be on it. I have to hear that, like that opening verse by the baby to get me like whoa, whoa, and then I'm really starting to move. And then I would go a more like serious route. I think the beat, the instrumental of "She Will" by Drake and Lil Wayne, that would literally lock me in, and I'd be ready to fight Vecna with my bare hands. I'd be ready.
But you don't fight Vecna with your bare hands.
No, but
Who fights?
I could with that song playing.
I have a number 2 answer, and it's maybe it's like the less funny route. Spencer, you probably won't be as surprised because you probably heard this in my car, but it's Rocketeer. That one has been Far East
I
Movement.
could see that, Mr. Harris.
Yeah.
You could see that one. You could see Rocketeer.
I'm not familiar with Rocketeer.
Far East Movement, like a G6, that group.
Rocketeer, let's fly. Okay, well, you gotta get on that one because I think you'd love that song, Mr. Harris. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out.
I think you'd actually love the song. But
And
that's a
we
good
know
one.
we know what Mr. Harris is gonna say. So
What am I gonna say?
it's gonna be Bang Bang, Ariana Grande, all them.
It's gonna be greedy.
Oh my gosh! No, that is
It's
definitely
gonna be like
not.
Dangerous Woman.
Is it gonna be Defying Gravity?
No, I wouldn't choose Defying Gravity. Honestly, if I was being pulled, so I gotta really seriously think this through because I'm in by Vecna. Like Vecna's got me.
Right.
Like he's got me. Like he
And
has
this
convinced
song
me
is
that
go-
there is no
this
hope.
song is
and
going
this
to
has to
change
pull me out.
Yep, this song is gonna pull you out.
And I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna say,
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
gosh, oh, this is a tough one. I,
Any day now. He's getting there.
I got $10 on Ariana Grande.
it's not Ariana Grande. I was gonna go.
I do feel like Dangerous Woman or God is a Plan, or sorry, God is a Woman.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. What?
My fault.
I would probably go. The one to pull me out would probably be. Do I go? I have to go this route. I'm gonna go.
Any day now.
This is so much pressure.
Are you rage baiting me? What song?
You're thinking too hard.
We're about to move on.
I am thinking way too
You're
hard.
Dead. You're dead already. You're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I think
Yeah, he
Yeah.
killed
I
me.
already heard Vecna with no guidance, so we're good.
I think Ryan, Mr. Lecaros, it was going to be Ariana Grande, but because you said that, then he had to change his thought. But I think it was.
No, actually, my original thought was actually it was going to be Demi Lovato,
Oh, okay,
and
there
it was
you
going to
go.
be Skyscraper.
Perfect.
Great answer.
Yeah, perfect.
But I couldn't
Or
commit.
Heart
to it.
Attack.
Oh, Heart
Banger.
Attack would not pull me out. Actually, that's one of my least favorites of her
All right, we're moving
repertoire.
on. We'll save that.
All
for
right,
a minute.
yeah, Mr. Harris is about to upset me, so we're gonna have to go to the next
That's-
question.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Your favorite character and your least favorite character. Now, this could be any. You could do a little side character action if you want. Like, I'm a big Mr. Wheeler fan, but it could be a main character also. Least favorite least favorite and favorite character.
Easy, and I mean, I might be hopping on the bandwagon. I can't say the first part of his nickname, Derek, for whatever reason, was hilarious. Every
Okay.
time he got on the screen, I started laughing. I put my phone down. Like I'm,
Derek's low key him from what I've
They
seen. so
did
far. He
so
literally
much.
like yes, he's a bully and he's annoying, but at the same time, first of all, let me stop myself. They all tried to stop him. Literally, he was just drugged. He wakes up. They're trying to stop him. He literally, 4 or 5 adult humans basically outruns them somehow and escapes and climbs the ladder, then pushes the ladder down. Brilliant. I mean, he's a beast. Truly.
I thought he stole the show. Every time he was on the screen, he always had perfect one-liners. I thought he was hilarious. So that is my personal one. The one, my least favorite, Jonathan Byers. I'm not sure. I know,
Really?
Spencer, you and I have talked about this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like something personal that I just have. Every time he gets on the screen, I just get annoyed. I'm like, dude, stop talking. I'm kind of done listening to you. I'm not sure. It's just like he's just bringing me down. It's like kind of one of those people where it's like they always got something negative to say. So like you could be in a good mood and you be like, hey, good morning. Like it's not a good morning. It's like, oh, you're one of those people. Like he reminds me of one of those people.
What's so good about it?
Yeah, exactly. See, just unnecessarily.
Yeah,
And Dustin's a close second, but because he's like such a main character.
Whoa.
let's pump the brakes on Dustin. I will say, you cannot just take away Dustin season 1 through 4.
Yeah,
Because Dustin
just because
is-
he's
I
being
agree.
annoying in season 5.
Dustin is probably a favorite, probably up there until season
Yes.
5.
Yeah, I was only answering strictly about season 5.
Oh, I was saying.
Oh.
Now,
Oh,
the-
total? Oh.
Total.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what, the Jonathan Byers thing, you hit it right on the nail. He's the worst. And I've been a hater of him since season 1. Anything Steve did, I don't want to say anything, but most of the things Steve did in season 1, when he was the jock bad guy, was low key warranted. Low key warranted. When I went back and rewatched, I remember I hated Steve the first watch in season 1. When I rewatched it, I was like, wait, Jonathan took pictures of them changing, from the woods. And then I was like, yeah, I probably would have broke his camera too. Like, what a weirdo. And then I think Steve, first of all, my favorite character probably has to be, I mean, it's hard. I love Hopper. I really do. I love Hopper. And I think Steve. Hopper and Steve are probably up there. I think Steve needs to drop this whole Nancy thing. Because why would you want to go back to Nancy? I get she's sick and she's super, like, she's basically killed Vecna twice almost. She's a beast. But she literally dumped you for a guy who is like a creep and literally is the saddest guy on the planet. I would just let her have that and move on if I was Steve. Least favorite character is definitely Jonathan. Maybe I really don't like Will. I really don't like Will.
I am a massive Will hater. I've been a Will hater since literally season 2, where
Hey
he
guys,
was introduced.
who am I? Like, come on, dude. It's every other day, dude. Like,
Hey, whoa, whoa,
literally-
whoa, 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 whoa. In season
Wait.
4, he went to cover his mouth instead of his neck.
He's here. Like, bro, every season that's how we start. Will, just grow up already, dude. At least this season, Will's, instead of being like a scared, he's still kind of a scared little baby.
No,
But
he
now
is 100%.
At least he's being useful. Like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
a little bit.
I was
Using
Will's
that little
friend.
antenna, using his little antenna.
If I was Will's friends, I'd be so mad every season. I'm like, bro, here we go again with this kid, dude.
But I don't
And
think
I gotta say,
they
I
have
gotta
room
change-
to be upset. I don't blame his friends because I don't think they have room to be upset because of the trauma that he experienced. Like, I think that they're still like, hey, our friend is actually doing really good in relation to the trauma that he experienced. It's annoying for us as viewers because him as a character stinks.
So,
But I understand his friend's perspective.
I didn't realize you were asking about the entire season or like the entire show.
Series.
So obviously Derek would not be number 1. Derek for season 5, yes, but like if we talk about the whole show, I'm a big Sinclair fan.
I do
don't
like
know.
Lucas.
So-
I love Lucas and Max. I hope they're end game. I hope
Eh.
Max lives. But I don't know. My favorite
Yeah.
side character, my favorite random
Oh.
character. I'm a big Mr. Wheeler fan. I'm so disgusted with how they did him in season 5. I mean, literally, is he dead? Like, what's going on? They just don't revisit that. They like go visit their mom in the hospital. No sign of Mr. Wheeler. Insane.
It looked like he probably died.
I loved Alexei from season 3, I think, the like Russian dude that they like capture, and then he like was at the fair and then he like dies, like they just shoot him. That was heartbreaking to me. He was hilarious. But that's
My
all I
favorite's
got.
Lucas. My least favorite's Max.
You
Okay,
Max?
yes. Okay, sorry. Season 2 and 3 Max. Season 4 Max was fine, mostly because she was
I
Comatized
loved season 3
for
Max.
most of it, but that's
when
fine.
she like is in her.
I love that for you.
Okay, I mean,
I love Max's story overall.
I like
like
Max in
Max-
season 4, and that's fine.
Max Loki has. You can make the argument that maybe beside no, you can't. 11 has the best overall lore, I would say. But
I'm a
besides
little
that,
annoyed with 11 in season 5 specifically because how are you not stronger? Like, how are you not stronger? We've been dealing with this for a couple years now, like, and
well, she
you
lost
have
her powers.
really
She
been.
lost her powers and had to regain them in season 4. So I think she's kind of on the like I'm learning them all over again thing. Like she's probably the strongest.
And that's
she's ever
annoying for me as a viewer in season 5 of a show, is that my superpowered character feels weak.
I don't think she feels weak at all right now.
She feels
did in season 4.
extremely weak.
She might be at the top of her game. Look at all the training she's doing.
And that's the saddest part. That's the saddest part.
Extremely. I disagree.
That's the
extremely.
saddest part. You know, and
I
that's okay.
don't feel like you mean this. I don't feel like you actually mean this, you know?
Yeah.
Haha,
How
just
is it
kidding.
nothing?
Just kidding,
He's
guys.
doing this for the content, and I'm here to speak
Yeah,
up, especially with the quarter zip on today. I don't
go
believe that
for
for
it.
a second.
Go
I don't
for it.
believe that.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. You
so
want to
the
hear
Yeah.
something
only
that much? I'm
the only
here, and
annoying
I'm ready
part
to disagree with you.
the annoying part is that I want to just kick off Mr. G so that I can properly raise my arguments, but I can't
No, go ahead.
because that's
What?
not how this works. No, it deals with that in the last episode,
Oh.
and
Oh,
that
I thought you meant
defines
something.
my frustration.
I was like, that was extremely rude.
No. I wanted to kick you off so I could be like, and in that last episode, this is exactly why I'm frustrated with
Okay.
Alina.
Oh, well,
Get her out of here. I'm sick
I
of her.
will-
I'm done.
well, maybe my feelings will change.
I'm actually really annoyed. Here's what I'm actually really annoyed with is I'm really annoyed with the power scale of 11, and I have not seen her do enough to make me feel confident in her ability to take on Vecna and the threat that Vecna poses right now. So anything that they do with her taking on Vecna is going to feel very forced to me. So that's why I'm really frustrated with her level of power right now. There is not enough to make me feel like I don't think that she could even take on like an army of Demogorgons. Genuinely, I don't.
Well, okay, sure.
Because a
But
Demogorgon
I
is not a
think-
pumpkin.
But I get what you're saying, and I think this is being done purposely because I think what you've seen was in season 4, they all fought Vecna all at the same time from different places.
From different
It
angles,
took
yes.
it took all of them,
Yes.
right? And I think if you want to talk about the heavy lifting, I think Nancy, Steve, and the gang were in the house literally with physical Vecna, throwing fire at him
So, well,
and shoot. Like, I think, and this is why I think I think Will's going to come into play. I think he's going to get some powers
Ugh.
here. I also
let me
think
say something.
that's why I think number 8 is behind that door, and she's going to come into play, the lost sister. I think they're telling you it's going to take a group effort. It's kind of like Thanos. I don't think it's just going to be a 1v1. Someone's going to die, and that leads me to my last question.
Okay.
Is who do you think, or multiple people, who do you think is getting killed off this season? Because I think it's due, and someone's coming. So, Mr. Lecaros, go ahead.
Hopper.
Here's my thing with that, is they low-key already did that at the end of season 3, and then kind of brought him back. I get why you would say that. I think
Hopper.
Guys, I think it would lessen it a little bit because we kind of already went through that emotion once with him.
Ted Byers.
Ted Byers.
Oh crud! What's his name?
Are you talking about
That's
Mr.
his name,
Wheeler?
right? Or
Jonathan
sorry, Ted
Byers?
Wheeler. Ted Wheeler. Ted Wheeler.
Yeah, well, he might already be dead. I don't
Yeah.
even know. Sure. I think,
Karen's making it out. Karen's coming back.
yeah, she will. She's too bad not to live. I think it's going to be Steve. And
That would hurt.
I think that would, but I always thought it was going to be Steve, and then I saw a bunch of videos where everyone's like, oh, Steve's definitely going to die, and now I don't know. Because if everyone's thinking that, maybe they come out of left field, and maybe they just go with like 11. Maybe 11 saves the world and dies, and that's that. But kind of like a Iron Man type deal. I do think it would be very emotional if Steve died, and I think if he did it saving like Dustin, or if he did it saving, like I think Hopper looks like he's gonna make the play, but then I think Steve. I mean, because you gotta think, what's the theme of seasons like 2 through now? The guy who always like kind of puts his life on the line and makes the epic like, oh, I'm Mr. Hero is usually Steve. Like Steve's always the first one to go out there. He's the first one to like dive in the water and go check if there's a gate in season 4. Then he gets sucked in season 4. He's the first one to do everything, first one to go in. I think it's been leading up to this. He's finally going to get got, and it's going to be a big thing. I would be shocked if any of the kids die I don't know. It would be. I mean, maybe will. I mean, it's about time, honestly.
I
Guys.
can't. I can't hold it any longer, Spencer. I need to ask you questions.
Okay.
Okay, so in the musical, or not the musical, the stage play.
Haven't seen it.
I understand that. I'm going to spoil it for you.
Okay.
In the stage play, Vecna is actually not the big bad. And they've hinted at that in this story as well. Because, as we learn from Will, the big bad is the Hivemind. The Hivemind is controlled by the Mind Flayer from Season 3. So, my
it?
question... Yes. So my question to you is, what do you remember about the Mind Flayer from Season 3? Because I'm not going to go back and watch that.
So the Mind Flayer. So, but I thought the whole thing was it was Vecna controlling the Mind Flayer. I thought that kind of came about in the end of season 4, that it was Vecna who sent the Demogorgons, and it was Vecna
Correct.
who sent the Mind Flayer.
No.
So, but I will tell you about the Mind Flayer is the Mind Flayer was those particles, right? It was those particles at first. It's that dust.
Yes.
And then you see that in season 4 when Henry is going on his big rant and basically telling Eleven of what happened. Like when he got banished there, you see it, like he sees it, and he
Yes.
found a way to control
Yes.
these things. It becomes flesh in season 3 because basically it's gross, and this is where it got really. I'm telling you, this is where at the end of season 3 is where it took a step up and started getting like gory and stuff. It was possessing rats, and then the rats would eat a bunch of fertilizer and like basically die from the inside, and it would then take the flesh of all these rats and start building up, and then he possessed Billy, and Billy basically went out and was like his soldier and went and got more soldiers and was basically kidnapping a bunch of people who all did the same thing, and then the people ate a bunch of fertilizer and then ate a bunch of like poison and died, and basically the Mind Flayer became flesh by taking the flesh of other things. So then it became a physical being in the end of season 3, and then it basically attacks the kids, attacks 11. I remember Billy said, "This is all for you," like to 11. So Billy was kind of speaking, like Vecna was speaking through Billy and was like, "This is all for you, like we're coming for you." And so that was kind of to go after 11, which almost worked. Like that's where she kind of lost her powers, because she kind of went through that like Dr. Brenner said it was like almost like a stroke where like she forgot how to do things. So that's kind of what I know about that. And then I knew that if you close the gate, it basically killed it. But now there's infinite gates, which kind of is scary.
Infinite?
Well, like, first of all, Demogorgon is just cracking a gate wherever it wants at the moment, and the whole town is basically cracked in half.
Well, wasn't the point of season 4 that Vecna was using these people, the people that he attacked, to open the gate?
Correct.
Gates, right?
Like every time.
So now they can, because that was the end of season 4. Was that now, it's free reign, right? Because of what Vecna did.
He had to kill like 4. He had to get out. I forget why, but it was like he had to get 4 targets, and on the 4th one, it would basically do this, where it would open up infinite. Like it would like open up free reign from the upside down to the real world. So Max technically died. Remember, she died, and they brought Max back to life, and so that's why it happened, because she technically did die. So that, I mean, I don't.
And so then realistically, we could see a situation where it's kind of like all connected to that hive mind sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
where
absolutely.
Vecna and the Mind Flayer kind of need each other. But I'm just so I guess I'm more so curious about that hierarchy because in the play it definitely shows the Mind Flayer
Well, Vecna
pulling
definitely
Henry.
seems to need someone because he first tried to recruit 11, and then 11 realized he was a terrible person and basically banished him to the Upside Down. He then tried to get Will and was going to use Will, and then that didn't work. And now he's basically gathering all these kids. So you're right to a point of Vecna needs some, like, why he can't do it alone. He can't. He obviously can't. Whatever he's got planned, whatever his master plan is, he obviously has a plan to do this with another being. And I don't know why, and I don't know if they say that in that last episode, but I'm excited and I hope it all comes together.
So my other question is so this is not really a spoiler, but this this batch of episodes really just focused on Demogorgons, pretty much just Demogorgons. So do we think that the Demodogs and Mind Flayer are going to come in the next batch of episodes, or do you think they're going to save the Mind Flayer for that last drop?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see all of it. I just don't know when. I think it's gonna be an end game type situation where
I was gonna
they're
say, I
gonna.
feel like it's the last season. They're never come out with anything else, so
Right.
might as well bring out
Yeah,
all the
we're,
bells
we're
and
gonna
whistles
get.
for it.
I
We'll
just don't
definitely
know.
get.
I'm very curious as to why they started with Demogorgons because I felt like Demogorgons were more terrifying than the Demodogs.
Well, they are, but they're also a little more humanized, and I think it kind of brings you back to season one with. Yeah, like I think the Demodogs are more like they're gonna be pawns. Like the Demodogs are at this point where they're at now. The Demodogs are nothing, honestly.
Yeah,
Like I
right.
think.
And so, like, it almost makes it brings me, it makes me think that training montage has more justice when you show me Demodogs. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, I could believe her destroying a Demodog, like a pumpkin,
Well, I
you
also
know?
think the Demogorgons are more. I don't know. I feel like when you're not what you like, it's weird. Like the kids are less scared of it, and it kind of makes you as a viewer, like I think less of them a little bit because it's like okay, like they basically just went toe to toe with Vecna, the guy. So this Demogorgon, you're not really the biggest threat in the world. That's how I see it. Like I'm like when the Demogorgon comes up, I'm like, all right, dude, here's this guy again. Like Vecna's the guy. They basically just, I mean, they obviously didn't beat him, but they held him off. So I think that's kind of the thing is like, okay, here's a Demogorgon. Yes, it's strong, it's powerful, it's this and that, but it ain't no Vecna. So let's get this guy packing and let's go get him. That's what I think.
Correct. When he's going against our main characters, however, when he's going against like Karen Wheeler and Holly, I'm like, oh, we don't have the knowledge, we don't have the tools. What are we doing? Like I get that gets me nervous when you don't
Well,
have
they
the
got
team.
smoked.
Huh?
They got depleted.
Right. But like, had it been a Demodog, I'd be like, just kick it.
Well, because the Demodog, they're dumb. Like the Demodogs would have just killed them, right? Like,
Right, but what I'm
the,
saying is like after all of this, introducing the Demodogs again is going to be like, okay,
well,
what are we
right. I
doing?
think when they introduce them, it'll be more like, like the kids or something are on the run, and like the dogs are out to go hunt them. Like it's not going to be like this big epic scene. You got to fight the dogs like it was in season two. I think it's going to be like they're just a little like they won't be a big part. Now the Mind Flayer is going to be huge. In
The
some
Mind Flayer is going to be huge,
Right.
huge.
Yeah. All right, that's all the questions I have. I don't know if you guys have anything, but I do have to put my dinner in soon.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to see what happens when post December 25th when the next few episodes come out. But
I know I'm literally the moment I close this call, I'm literally about to whip it on, and We're gonna see.
And he's going to see
Well,
how
I
good this
guess-
podcast could have been. I'm just kidding.
I heard the last 2 minutes is like insane, so I might just do a live reaction type thing. I might post on the TikTok.
Do
my
it.
live reaction.
Do it.
Well, I do have one non-Stranger Things question to ask before we end it. Since I know we all have Spotify, what were your
Wait.
guys's?
That's all that we have for today. Okay, we'll see you guys next time.